Hey guys, it's Edwin here, and I hope you are having a wonderful evening. Today, I'll be answering a common question of like, is consistency necessary, or is it like enough for you to really heal? Because we talk about so much of I've been consistently like working on myself for the past 1 year. In fact, actually, some of the common questions I receive from my clients and even from my blog are in the lines of like, let's say if when I have a breakthrough call, or even when I'm just working with a client, they normally ask these questions of, hey Edwin, I've been doing this, or I've been working on myself consistently for the past couple of years, or something in the lines of, I've been practicing self-care, hitting the gym, or eating healthy, or just doing it religiously since I left that abusive relationship, or something in the lines of, I've been consistently like educating myself about abuse and trauma and all those things, or I've been practicing no contact for 2 years, or I've been practicing the Grey Rock method for 2 years, but I still feel this emptiness. I still feel lonely. I'm angry at myself. I blame myself, but I still miss them so much, or I still feel dead on the inside. So my question is this: like, is consistency alone like enough to really deal with those negative emotions, like that dissatisfaction in life, or to permanently like transform your life? Is it really enough? Actually, consistency in doing something that offers you like a temporary relief, let's say you are feeling better, does not necessarily mean that your transformation, or you are making a full transformative change in your identity or in your deeply held beliefs about yourself. And that's what this video is all about. Like, you may be consistent with your actions, you may be engaging in healthy habits, but the thing is, you are still operating from a false identity and holding false beliefs about yourself. So your actions, if it's like working out or just doing something, still stem from who you think you are, like your ego. And who you think you are inevitably keeps you stuck in this same perception of that identity. Like, the ego will always seek self-preservation. I made a video in the past called protective self. I'll link it in the description just to understand more. But the thing is, like, throughout your life, you have become accustomed to these negative thoughts and beliefs that limit your freedom. So all your life, you've been having these beliefs like, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. So while like you may be consistent on your actions, like you may be taking care of yourself, you may be practicing affirmation, the consistency still keeps you confined within your false identity. Like, you are operating from a false identity. Let me just share a brief analogy to help you understand this. I want you to imagine like you are inside a prison with very high walls. So when you talk about consistency in your healing journey, consistency is like walking along the same path within those walls, like within those confines of the walls, doing the same thing over and over again. It might be a positive thing, and that thing may provide a sense of structure and a sense of familiarity, but it doesn't change the fact that you are still in prison. Like, you may be outside your jail, but you are still roaming around the prison walls, which means that you're not free. So consistency in certain kind of actions, like such as like maintaining no contact, because you can say, I've been practicing no contact for 5 years. Yes, it's so important for your healing journey, but that in itself, no contact in itself, is not enough to automatically free you from the emotional prison created by your false beliefs, created by your subconscious beliefs, because everything is here. So if you don't really go here and really work on those things, you'll still be doing the same thing. So even if you are following the right steps, you may still feel like, you may be practicing no contact, but you may still feel bad about yourself, like, I'm not doing it so well, I'm doing these affirmations and I'm not doing it so well, because those inner beliefs are like prison walls. They are trapping you with constant negative thoughts and form of self-judgment. So in short, like, you can be consistent with healthy actions, but you are still operating within the confines of prison walls, which means that you may even think that you are free, but you are still surviving with the same prison food, with the same prison guards, and your freedom is kind of limited. And actually, this is what happens when you don't break free from those limiting beliefs, or when you don't see beyond those beliefs, when you just think that you are okay, and you don't see beyond your conditioning and your beliefs because of these beliefs you collect from your past experiences, from your past relationships. Then you will still be in a prison. You'll still not be free. And actually, to experience genuine healing and transformation, like genuine deeply, you must recognize that our current actions, whether you are practicing no contact, whether you are doing this, will always be in alignment with your false identity and beliefs. You had this false identity when you were in that abusive relationship. So once you leave the relationship, you will still be operating with that false identity. So these beliefs are ingrained in your subconscious mind, and of course they've been shaped by your past traumatic experiences, your past experiences, of course, societal conditioning, and your interpretation of past events. So these beliefs build walls that prevent us from fully perceiving the world around us. So belief is like that prison wall now. So if you don't really see and you don't break through that wall, you'll still be going in a loop. So simply like being consistent in your actions without really challenging and transforming those underlying beliefs will keep us confined within the limitations of our own perception, within the limitations of your own mind. You're thinking that you are progressing, but you are still operating in a prison. So you may find yourself like engaging in some form of self-sabotaging behaviors, like going to other toxic relationships or binge drinking, binge eating, because those unresolved emotional wounds are still there, and they are still running the show behind the scenes. So despite your consistent efforts of going no contact, practicing the grey rock method, you are still in prison. So healing mostly requires the willingness to step outside the comfort zone of your existing beliefs, or of your ego, or of your current perspective of reality. And now you confront those thoughts, you confront those emotions and experiences that contribute to your pain. It also involves questioning the validity of your limiting beliefs. Let's say you deeply believe that you're not good enough. You question that. You don't just take action like say to yourself, I'm good enough. No, you question it. It has a beginning. It has a root cause. Because when you challenge these things which hold you back, at least you now start seeing that you are in prison, and then maybe what you need to do is to climb up that wall or to break through that wall. So consistency is amazing. But it's amazing when you challenge your negative beliefs and address the underlying foundational problems that affect your quality of life, or that limit your scope of life. So always remember that you may be out of jail, but you are still confined within the prison walls. So it's your job to keep working on it until you experience genuine transformation, or until you experience freedom, or until you experience life outside the prison. And then now once you get outside the prison, you can now develop consistent action, because you are outside prison. You need to adapt, but don't lie to yourself and think that you've healed by just being consistent. By getting out of prison, you'll be opening your life to new possibilities, to deeper healing, and to more and more fulfilling and authentic connections in life. So the first thing you have to do in life is, once you get out of that relationship, understand that you are still in prison, and no consistency will take you away from that prison. You must work on breaking those subconscious beliefs, or those limiting beliefs. Those limiting beliefs are, I'm not good enough, I am to blame for what happened in the past. They'll still be there unless you really go deeper. That's why the best consistent way to go is to seek help and address those subconscious beliefs. So hope you found that informative, guys. So take the corrective kind of consistent action instead of just being consistent. So if you'd like my help with breaking through those prison walls and to be free, always you can book a free breakthrough call with me and I'll explain to you more. Until next time, have a lovely evening.